another video from Ignite. It seems that lately my most popular video has been doing a comparison between two like ants and giving my opinion of what is best. So today that's what we're going to do with Crimson Pearl and Dusky Lurker. But before we get into that, I'm sorry I have to do it. This video is sponsored by Aptoids. We're using my code Ignite5 to get you anywhere from 5 to 40% off any in-game purchase. For a full description of how to do so, there's a video link down below that will tell you exactly how to do it. There's also a link to our Discord down below. We do giveaways. We're about to have another $500 giveaway, so feel free to join the Discord. Alright, so we'll hop right into it. So the best way to be able to compare ants to begin with is really to go skill by skill. And since these are very similar, they both support ants, we'll go ahead and go skill by skill. So the first one is nothing that's really, it's going to be the same for pretty much every ant, as you can see. So we're not going to discuss this skill, skill 3, or skill 4. And skill 5 I believe is usually the same, but we'll double check and make sure. So we'll go into the first skill that actually would be of use, which is skill 2. So for the Dusky Lurker, it is has a 100% chance of dealing 210% plus special ant level 1 damage to a random enemy squad, reducing its defense by 50%. Now this is important when going against something like Groundhog, which Groundhog does have defense, so reducing its defense by 50% is a huge margin for Groundhog. So that automatically puts it kind of in a +1 category, especially when it comes to carriers and guardians for what you're running as your troop type. So then we will go look at Crimson Pearl. And this has 80% chance to release 3 times skill attack, and every skill attack deals 125% plus special ant level 0.05 damage to one enemy squad. So right there, it's already showing that this is a attack skill versus actually being more for PvE or anything like that. So this is actually showing that it's an ant that can be used in PvP. And we'll go into the next one for Crimson Pearl, Parasitic Stinger. When a squad deals skill damage, the target will be stacked a parasitic effect. When any one enemy squad has been stacked 3 times with parasitic effect, the squad will do 550% plus special ant level 1% damage, and the effect will reset. So this only triggers essentially every 3 rounds. So if in a normal battle, it always is going to go to 9 rounds, even in the PvE. So that means that potentially, well, actually regular battles sometimes don't go 9 rounds, but in a PvE battle it does go 9 rounds. So that means potentially it will do 3 times of the skill. So that's 550, 1100, 1650 times special ant 1. So if you got it to level 50, you can do the math on that. It comes out to right around what, 5,000 damage, something like that. So that's pretty significant, especially in PvE. And then for Dusky Lurker, has a 60% chance to deal 190% plus special ant level times 1 damage to a random enemy squad, increasing the next skill damage of our backline by 25%. Now the downfall of this one, oh look, I'm getting attacked. The downfall of this one, let me do that real quick. The downfall of this one is it has only a 60% chance of proccing versus for your Crimson Pearl, it's 100% and it just stacks as a parasitic effect. And it's only 190%, and you can increase it, of course, as you start it up. But the nice thing is that it does increase the next skill damage of our backline by 25%. So in PvE, that helps a lot because that's a 25% increase of its skill damage. And go to the next one, which is troop attack 30. Troop attack 30, exact same skill. And we'll go to the last one, pre-combat skill. In a squad, different soldiers bring different effects. Shooter ant skill critical rate increased by 50%. Guardian ant has 70% chance to heal our squad with the lowest squad power when dealing skill damage. Carrier ant, before every round, the skill damage increases by 25%. This effect is stackable. So this is a big one because when your skilled crit rate as a shooter increases by 50%, that means that if you already have a pretty decent crit rate to begin with, which you can stack it through your insect skills and everything, you can get up to like a 75% chance to crit hit, which is insane. Crit hit is always a 10x multiplier of the normal base damage, so that's a huge benefit. The Guardians, 70% chance to heal our squad, not really all that great. I've said before about my feeling of healing in this game. It's worthless in my opinion. And Carrier ant, before every round, the skill damage increased by 25%, which does stack. So 9 times 25, that's what it can get up to. So that's pretty strong for Carrier ants. And then we'll go look at Dusky Lurker. When the battle starts, increase the attack of all of our squads by 50% in the third round, and in the third round deals 400% plus special ant times 1 damage to the enemy's back line once. That's pretty strong. That increasing the base attack by 50% is pretty effective, to say the least. But I would say that the Crimson Pearl has the edge. Alright, so now that we've gone through all that, which do I think is better? Well, it really depends. If you are a Guardian main, I would have to say, well, it depends whether you're doing PvE or PvP. If you're a Guardian main doing PvE, I would say Dusky Lurker is better. Neither one of these ants are very good in PvP, but if you were to have a choice or have a reason for using them, I would say the Dusky for Guardians would be better for PvE. For both Carrier and Shooter for PvE, I would suggest the Crimson Pearl. The main factor is of that huge increase to the attack. It doesn't necessarily boost another line, but the pure fact that it itself does that much damage on every 3 rounds, and PvE always goes the 9 rounds. That's a huge buff. Now for PvP, again, neither one of these are very good, but I would have to say that Crimson Pearl is the best for PvP between the two if you were forced to use one or the other. Anyway, I hope this answers some questions, and Agnes out. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.